Hello YouTube and fellow DC Comic fans, I'm Keith One Shot, and this is my Comic Complete Dramatic Reading Series, and today we will be covering Dark Knight's Metal from DC Comics, all art, text, characters, and storylines belong to DC Comics and their respective owners, not me. If you enjoyed this story, feel free to go out and support DC Comics and your local comic book shop. We start the story off 50,000 years ago in a desert, where we hear Carter Hall narrate from his journal, Lost to History is a story about how in these lands, during the Age of Stone, there were three great tribes of man, tribe of the wolf, of the bear, and of the bird. All were nomadic and shared a grand dream, a dream of discovery. But soon a fourth tribe rose, a dark tribe unlike the others, one of twisted dreams, dreams turned inside out, and with its terrible rise, so began the Age of Metal. We then jump to right now in the present time, where we see the Justice League all suited up in metal armor. Each has a weapon drawn with slain foes beneath them, all covered in alien guts. It's then revealed that they are being forced to fight for the intergalactic tyrant, Mongol, on his war moon. Mongol then laughs and says to the crowd at his arena, "Behold your mighty Justice League! Mighty, ha! What death design should they face next? Something special, ah?" Then we hear Batman say to the League, "It doesn't make any sense. Mongol was being kept under watch by the Brilliants after his fight with General Zod. How he built a new war moon?" Then Superman says, "Focus, Batman. What we need to do is figure a way out of here." Wonder Woman then says, "What we need to do is win." Mongol smirks and says to the crowd, "Just look at them, hobbled so easily, made weak by the very armor I fashioned to them. Take note, friends. All you need is the dust of a few thousand crushed red suns, some vibration domination boots from our friends the Dominators, a lock from Thanos the Elder Gorgon, venom infused. A few more trinkets for the rest, and suddenly these heroes are forced to fight for real, huh?" Mongol then points at an Earth boy. He's forcing to work for him. He then says to the crowd, "What shall they battle? Let's ask my favorite Earth resident slave, Mr. Hero, the Toy Man. Now speak up, boy. What comes through my gates?" The Toy Man then quietly says, "I call it Fulcrum Abonimus." Mongol then stands up and says to the crowd with joy on his face, "Ha ha! Fulcrum Abonimus. I love it. And now, my friends, it's that time. Time to..." Then the crowd wildly cheers, "Go to war! Go to war!" Mongol then shouts, "Yes! War! So enter Fulcrum Abonimus." We then see 7 huge metal robots that all resemble features of each member of the Justice League. As the robots begin surrounding the League, the Flash says, "And we're folked." Then Wonder Woman shouts, "League, Agia formation, now!" Mongol then tells his crowd, "Ha! Look at them, hoping to escape Mongol's pit, trying to run. What do we say to them?" Then the crowd yells, "Do not run! Pain is fun!" Then Mongol says, "Now, let the battle begin." Then the crowd yells again, "Do not run! Pain is fun!" We then see Cyborg being attacked by the robot that resembles him, as Batman, who is also fighting a robot himself, then says, "Cyborg, can you hack into there?" Then Cyborg tells Batman, "Already tried. They're each built to our specific..." Ah! We then see Green Lantern dodging a fire blast, as he says, "Aquaman, we need these wheel chocks off. This going into my go black hole is killing my rings." Then Aquaman, who is in the vice grip of one of the robots, replies, "I'm at half strength too, Green Lantern. These blasted sleeves. Some kind of pit glass from the fires of Apocalypse. The heat. Wonder Woman, maybe the Beast can be tricked into breaking this armor off us." Wonder Woman, while battling a robot, then says to the team, "Well, mine has a Cassandra engine. Every move I make. Superman, can you?" Then Superman charges at a robot, who is raining down a bullet storm on him. As Superman says, "Already trying. No go. They avoid the armor. They only go for the flesh." Then, Wonder Woman slashes at a robot, as she says, "They're still just machines. They have to have a weakness. Everyone, back in formation while we strategize. Ipito this time." Batman then says, "Affirmative. Back to formation." Batman then sees something inside the robot. Then Wonder Woman shouts, "Batman, formation. What are you?" Batman then tells her, "Playing a hunch. That's right. Come on. Open up, you piece of..." Then Batman grabs the jaws of the robot as he jumps inside its mouth and tells the team, "Everyone, follow my lead." Flash then says, "Your lead?" But then Batman yells, "Just do it, Flash!" Inside the robot, we see Batman reach for a button that has his logo on it. Then Batman says, "Come on! Come on! Come on!" As he presses the button, he then screams, "Ah!" Flash then says to Aquaman, "Either we help him, or he's gonna need your old harpoon hand. We have to move, now! I'm too slow with these boots, I'll cover you." Aquaman then tells Flash, "Alright, going in 3, 2, 1. We then see Batman being wrapped up in wires from the robot's mouth, as Batman yells, "No! I said follow my lead, damn it!" "There are symbols inside their mouth. Activate them now, however you can." Hal Jordan then asks, and then we then see Wonder Woman activate a robot's button, as she says, "You heard him, then let them..." Wait, what? We then see all the robots are wrapping up the League with wires as they are pulling the League into their mouths. Hal Jordan then shouts, "See, this is why we vote on strategy." Cyborg then yells, "Good plans, they don't hurt this much, it's tearing into my..." Batman then says, "Quiet, Cyborg." We then see each member of the Justice League, now inside of their own robots, as Batman then says to the team, "Listen to me, be calm, let it happen, it's all in the name. Fulcrum Eponymous, like something that defies the order of things, and Fulcrum, from the late Roman period, a warrior formation cry made from deep within the throat, a call to lock shields. Toyman was giving us a clue, his way out of this, a trick he played on Mongol." The Flash then says, "What trick? Why are these things absorbing us?" Wonder Woman then says, "I know this cry. It means come together as one." Hal Jordan then shouts, "Come together as one? What? Meal?" Aquaman then says, "One warrior." And Superman says, "Bruce, please tell me you're kidding me." Then Cyborg jokes, "Haha, please tell me you're not. Because if what you're saying is what I think you're saying, then Batman tells the team, 'The crowd wants war. Let's give them war.'" We then see that all the robots assemble together to form a huge Justice League Megazord that each of the members control a part of. As the Justice Zord stands ready for battle, Cyborg yells, "Booyah!" Then Mongol runs away in fear as he says, "No, not now!" The Flash then says, "Aw, look at Mongol trying to run. What do we say to that?" The crowd then yells, "Do not run! Pain is fun!" Then Flash says, "Wait, why do I have to be the foot?" Then Batman tells Flash, "Simple, Barry, so you can kick his..." We then see the Justice League flying back to Earth through space. Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Green Lantern, all flying wearing breathing masks, while the Flash, Cyborg, and Batman are all inside a green energy contract spaceship that Hal Jordan is generating for them. Batman then says, "Get ready! Atmosphere approaching in 30 seconds. Hal Jordan then says to Batman, "You do know you're not flying that thing, right?" Aquaman then says, "And that's why I chose to ride outside the ship, in cold, dead space." Flash then says, "I like my folk joke." Superman then says to Batman, "What you said about the Brawlians, you're right. They wouldn't lose track of Mongol unless something seismic was going on. Does this have anything to do with what you've been investigating? With why you came to the fortress? What happened in the cave? Batman! Bruce!" Superman then flies near Batman and says to him, "Hey, listen, I know you've been going through a lot lately. If you want to..." Then Batman says, "I'm not ready." Superman then says, "Fine, just know that." Then Batman says, "I wasn't talking to you, Clark. Alright, Alfred, ready now. Connection secure. What is it?" We then hear Alfred on the phone say to Batman, "Sir, thank God. I've been using every possible line of communication." Batman then replies, "Slow down, Alfred. What happened?" Alfred then says, "It's Gotham, sir." Then Batman replies, "What about Gotham?" We then see Alfred on the phone tell Batman, I'm afraid you're going to have to see it for yourself. A mountain in the middle of the..." Batman then says, "Start from the beginning, Alfred." Then Alfred tells Batman, "There was some kind of energy storm in the city center. Dark lightning everywhere. They evacuated the area. Then the city, it seemed to make room, to create space, and this mountain appeared. How are they ever going to... the devastation?" We then see the Justice League in Gotham City, which is mostly destroyed, as a huge mountain now sits in the middle of the city. Batman then tells Alfred, "I'm standing in it. Scramble the family. Batman out." Wonder Woman then tells Batman, "We're all tapped into the Watchtower's warning system, Bruce. Whatever this is, there was no way you could have known. There were no signs." Batman then tells Wonder Woman, "There are always signs, Diana. We just didn't see them." Hal Jordan then says, "Bruce, the energy coming off that mountain, it's like what I felt from your machine in the cave." Aquaman then says, "The stone, it's not volcanic. It didn't come from beneath the surface. That mountain came from somewhere else." Superman then scans the mountain with his X-ray vision. Then he tells the team, "Whatever it is, Arthur, it's hollow. There's some kind of bunker inside. Fluh!" Then Flash quickly says, "Already on it." We then see Flash running through the mountain as he says to himself, "Door, door, door, whoa, big door. Vic, I'm sending you the image." We then see the image on the door. Looks like an hourglass running at a time. Cyborg then says, "Got it, Barry. I've already run it over 1,000 times, but it keeps coming up unknown." The Justice League then goes inside of the bunker in the mountain, as Hal Jordan says to the team, "Man, look at all this. What is it? Some kind of laboratory?" Batman then replies, "Possibly. The technology is strange, though outdated in materials, but advanced in design." Then Cyborg says, "If you think that's strange, Gio is right. This whole place is crackling with some kind of energy my sensors can't quantify. It's like off the electromagnetic spectrum." Aquaman then says, "Maybe there are answers inside that. Look!" The League then finds a large metal chamber in the middle of a room. Cyborg sees it and says, "Huh, that's titanium alloy. Must be some kind of space pod." Hal Jordan then flies up to the chamber, as he says, "But there are no engines for flying," which begs the question again, what the hell is this place? The League then enters the chamber. Once inside, Wonder Woman says, "This must be the core. I can feel the energy coming off it myself." Superman then scans the chamber's core, as he then says, "Me too. My God, there are people in here. 5 of them. And they're alive. In some kind of Cairo. We have to..." Then Batman says, "Wait, Cyborg is right. The readings are troubling. We need to know what this place is first." Cyborg then finds the android Red Tornado. As he looks at it, he says, "Hal, this energy, it's scaring me. You said you felt something like this in the cave." Hal then replies, "This is way worse. It's..." Then Cyborg says, "Getting stronger by the second. I feel it. This android. If I can activate him, we might be able to figure out what's going on here, and where these guys have been." Hal then replies, "Well, wherever they were, it wasn't good. Look!" We then see in the chamber's core, written in blood, it says, "It's chasing us! Run!" Then suddenly, 3 soldiers in SWAT-style gear enter the bunker and shout, "Stop! You there! Step away from the C-pod! Now!" Hal Jordan then charges his ring and says, "And who the hell are you?" Then one of the soldiers says, "She's called Lady Blackhawk." Batman then tells the League, "She runs the Blackhawks, some kind of dawn covert anti-apocalyptic team. They've been watching me, I've been watching them, learning their secrets." Lady Blackhawk then says, "Believe me, there's still plenty you don't know." Batman then replies, "And why should I listen to you?" Lady Blackhawk then takes off her mask and tells Batman, "Because I'm not just Lady Blackhawk, Batman. My name is Kendra Saunders, and you don't know me, but I know all of you, so I need you to come with me, now." Superman then says to Kendra, "Come with you? There's a city outside, broken, thousands of people terrified. You might not be able to hear them, but I can." Then Flash says, "Besides, how do we know this isn't the start of something bigger?" Then Kendra tells him, "It is, Flash. It is the first shot fired of a full-scale invasion, one that's been planned for centuries." Batman then says, "By who?" Then Kendra says, "I won't speak the name here. It's too dangerous for the city, maybe for the whole world. But if you come with me, I'll show you everything I know." We then go to an island located in the South Pacific, where we see dinosaurs walking around in the jungle. We then see a building with a golden hawk symbol on the face of the building, where we hear Kendra Saunders tell the Justice League, "There are places on this planet that lie outside of the normal math of things. Some exist in what we believe are phantom frequencies, spots where cosmic energy conducted through the Earth's metal core cancels itself out, creates a kind of static that disrupts space-time, a hidden pocket. Some are magic-induced, some are naturally occurring. Dinosaur Island, Themyscira, Scartaris, Nanoparbat, in this place, Black Hawk Island." We then see the Justice League on Black Hawk Island, inside the Black Hawk's base of operation, where Superman then says to Kendra, "You spoke of an invasion, Kendra. You promised to tell us who was behind it. Every minute we spend in this place..." Kendra then replies, "This place is your only hope, Superman. For many years, it was the base of operation for a great detective of history, a hero named Carter Hall, Hawkman." Kendra then turns and looks at the golden-age statue of Hawkman as she continues telling the Justice League, "Our story sounds crazy, but thousands of years ago, he and I were stabbed with a dagger of mysterious substance and entered a cycle of reincarnation that spanned history. For many lives, we fought together as partners, protecting the world from evil, but Carter never stopped searching for answers about the material that started the whole cycle, Ninth Metal." Kendra then pulls out a metal shard and tells the Justice League, "This fragment is one of the last pure pieces left in the universe. It's the only material capable of giving vastly different powers to those who possess it. Eternal life, flight, mystical vision. It defies all rules of science and magic, and at certain times, it seems to broadcast a strange kind of energy." We then see pictures on the wall of the Blackhawks and Starman, as Superman then asks Kendra, "Like we fell in the mountain?" Then Kendra says, "Yes, Carter came to believe that Ninth Metal came from somewhere beyond our cosmology. He searched for clues about its origin. In history, folklore, what he found were warnings. Claims that the metal came from evil and led to evil, but Carter wouldn't accept it. Over the years, he recruited the best people he could find to help his search. Pilots, heroes, inventors, adventurers who would challenge the unknown with him." We then see a picture of Dr. Thomas Oscar Morrow with Dr. Will Magnus and their android creations, and a second picture of the Challengers of the Unknown with Red Tornado. Hal Jordan then says to Cyborg, "Cy, you're shaking." Then Cyborg responds, "That energy, it's getting even worse here. Something's getting closer." Then Kendra tells the League, "We fought over it, him and I, but not long ago, he felt his team was ready for answers, to travel to the other side." Superman then says, "Stop being cryptic. What are you getting at, Kendra?" Kendra then pulls out a map and tells the League, "This is a map of what we believe is our known multiverse. Not just our universe, but all the universe is made of matter and antimatter in existence. We know of 52. We believe this to be a set number, but the energy coming through the Ninth Metal, Carter couldn't trace it to any known universe on this map." Flash then adds in by saying, "I've studied the multiverse for years, and that's all there is. There's nowhere else for it to come from. Is there?" Kendra then answers, "No, unless it came from here." Then Kendra flips over the map, revealing the other side of the map, empty and black, as she says, "A dark multiverse." Wonder Woman then says, "All I see is the back of a map." Kendra then tells her, "Until recently, that's all any of us saw. Everyone believed that the building blocks of reality were matter and antimatter, but not long ago, astronomers discovered a third material, and the scary thing is, it turns out that dark matter and dark energy actually make up the great majority of our universe, the stuff we can't see or feel." Kendra then goes on to tell the League, "So now look at the map, and imagine Ninth Metal, connecting us to a realm much older and much vaster than ours, an oceanic subconscious realm our tiny multiverse floats on." Then Flash says to Kendra, "If this is true, it would change everything we know about everything. What proof do you have?" Kendra then laughs and says, "Proof? Ha! You sound like I did. Carter sent a team to prove me wrong. The entire mountain was ripped out of reality. The last transmission we got from them were screams. Screams about whole worlds of nightmare, of evil. Please to shut the door and never open it again." And a warning from Red Tornado, just before we lost contact. A warning about a thing down there. He called it a great dragon, a beast that prowled the dark, and a name. Batman then says, "What name?" Then Kendra turns around and tells Batman, "Carter had a journal, Batman. It's been lost ever since he followed the Challengers into the dark, but I searched the clues he left here, and what I found is a record of a beast, seen in visions, transmissions through high metals, an original being, matter, antimatter, and now darkness." I found many names heard in history, a dark-torn god of nightmares, of cursed stories. I see it hidden in other deities. Set, Lord of Rabasu, all prayed to through metals by the dark tribe, enemy of the birds. The modern name comes from the word Barbos and A's, foreign metal, Barbatos. Batman then says, Barbados. Then Kendra says, legend has it, it comes here through a human doorway, someone treated with 5 divine metals off the periodic table, a hero whose nightmare it collects as its army. Then Wonder Woman says, so that's the name, Barbados. How do we stop it? Kendra Saunders then opens up a scroll and puts it on the table as she says, that's the great evil, that's who we're fighting, but that's not the name I wouldn't speak before, because I found another word that came up over and over with mentions of Barbados, a traveling vessel, references to the wagon that would carry the beast here, wagon, the root of the name, Wayne, Batman, the one who will let him in. Superman then says to Kendra, hang on, your theories that a being as old as the universe has been targeting Batman for thousands of years from a dark multiverse? Superman then says to Batman, please tell me this isn't what you've been investigating. Then, the Blackhawks draw their guns and aim them at Batman, as Kendra then says, I'm sorry Batman, but after Carter's mistake, I destroyed my wings and devoted my life to ending Ninth Metal. It's my mission, and now today, Challengers Mountain appears on your home turf with... Then suddenly, Red Tornado activates and screams, the door! You open the door! Red Tornado then begins spinning his arms, creating a vortex. As he attacks everyone, he yells, I warned you! He's coming for us all! Kendra then points her gun and says in a panic, Batman! He must have triggered Red Tornado! All to the Ninth Metal! Where is it? Hal Jordan then grabs a hold of Red Tornado's head with a green energy construct as he shouts, let me get this straight! You brought us here! Did all of this so you could trap Batman? That was your plan? You obviously don't know him very well. Guy probably had a ride ready the moment we landed here, and I can promise you this, it's something state of the art. We then see Batman escaping through the jungle, riding on a raptor. Batman then shouts at the raptor, quiet boy, quiet. Then Batman talks into his comm mic and says, Alfred, I got what I came for, ready the hyper sub, fast. We then hear a reading from Critter Hall's journal. I told you I began this story. Now let me tell you it'll end. How it'll end if I'm wrong, and the dark is a place of evil, as the immortals and Kendra suspect. The end will begin with a shot fired from the dark, something to tear a hole in reality, and then, as dark energy pours into this world, the visions will start. Visions to those attuned to the power of the Ninth Metal, a glimpse of what's coming, a dark army, already on its way. We then see across the universe, a few heroes can sense a great dark matter energy entering our world. We then see Dr. Fate's helmet, as he says, what are these? These premonitions. Steel also senses his presence, as he says, what in? I don't understand. Something getting closer. Even Plastic Man, who is still in egg form, takes notice to this happening. We then hear readings from Carter Hall's journal, where Carter says, on its way here, to find the one Barbados has been after all these years, the wagon for the Dark-Torn God, son of the House of Wayne. We then jump over to the Batcave, where we see Batman studying the pure fragment of Ninth Metal. Alfred then walks up behind Batman and says, sir, I'm begging you, tell them. Batman then tells Alfred, please, Alfred, I'm too close to the answers, and we're running out of time. The false energy signature I left behind won't fool the League for long. I need to protect them. I need to protect everyone. I've never seen a pure sample, not since before the Purge. The dark energy coming through it, incredible. It must be why the Brawlians weren't watching a Mongol. Brawl is heavily magnetic. I imagine if we look at planets with heavy metal cores, we'll find those damn signs we missed. Alfred then shouts at Batman, sir, look up from that. Something's happening. We then hear readings from Critter Hall's journal. If Wayne has been prepared by the Judas tribe, if the agents of Barbados have set the motion is coming, then there will be no running for him. No running for any of us. We then hear a buzzing noise in the Batcave, as Alfred says, listen, humming, it's like... Then Batman says, tuning fork, yes, it's coming from upstairs. We then hear a reading from Critter Hall's journal. Barbados has been after his target since the dawn of man. It first saw him in a moment of final crisis. And now, if you are reading this, a second moment is upon us. I've left this journal in your house, the house of the family I trust most. Turn from Tribe Bat to Tribe Bird, the Waynes. Left it in a secret place that will make itself known to you through metal. Should I be wrong? Should energy from the dark rise to foretell the coming of Barbados? You may feel it coming already. You may have felt it your whole life. Watching, shaping from the dark, the final case. I give this journal to you for one simple reason. To say that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I was wrong. And I'm sorry for everything coming. But tonight, I still have hope. I still have hope that you will never find this book. That it will stay hidden. Now I venture into the dark myself. Explorer. Detective. Proud member of the Tribe of Bird. I follow that first great dream of the true tribes. Signed, Carter Hall. We then see Batman walk into his library. As he senses a presence under the floor, he then sees a bat signal, showing him where to look. Batman then says, here, in the study, all this time, the Journal of Carter Hall. Then suddenly, Batman hears a voice behind him that says, yes, Batman, yes it is. I am Dream of the Endless, and I have come to tell you that this nightmare has only just begun. And that ends today's story. Comic published by DC Comics. All rights, story, art, and characters belong to DC Comics and their respective owners. Not me. This has been Dark Days Metal from DC Comics, and I'm your host, Keith One Shot. If you like this video, make sure to check out the rest of my Comic Complete dramatic reading series, and support DC Comics by picking up a copy of the trades and single issue comics. Support your local comic book shop, take care, and have a great day. Goodbye!